AI has taken the world by storm in the last couple of years, and it's become the latest trend in the cryptocurrency market too. AI agents are the next evolution of AI and essentially create bots that can go off and do things on their own. Last week, I posted a video on 5 of the largest AI agents in the crypto space and spoke about an AI agent launchpad called Virtuals. This week, we're going to go one step further and use the Virtuals launchpad to create our own AI agent with an accompanying cryptocurrency. So in the next few minutes, you'll see how I did this for our AI character called Professor Fox, who's been built to educate newcomers to crypto and Web3. And in the process, you'll learn how to launch your own. A quick note though, is that this is definitely more of an advanced video, but it'll be interesting for newcomers too. Great. So to kick things off this week, I need to recap 2 of my previous posts quickly, right, to give it some context. Firstly, just last week, as I just said, I made a video and post on how AI agents and their tokens have recently dominated the crypto space incredibly fast and taken over the mind share in the space, right? In particular, the Virtuals ecosystem, which is this mix of pump fund, which I've actually written a post about before in the past, meets AI agents. And it's ballooned with agents like AIXBT already worth over $500 million. If I go here, you should be able to see, look, this is AIXBT. When I made the post last week, he had 270,000 followers, I think, and now he's already at 330,000 followers, very fast, right? Secondly, we have our very own Professor Fox AI character that's been creating regular beginner crypto content on the YouTube channel we created for him since September last year. So that's this channel here, and it's just, constantly creating new short videos about crypto and Web3. And it's, when I originally made that character, I mentioned that the goal was to evolve it over time and its capabilities, right? And as AI has improved, now it already feels like the exact moment to enhance what he's capable of. So this week, I decided to create a new Professor Fox AI agent on Virtuals to take him to the next level. Plus, in the process, teach people how they can create their own AI agents on Virtuals too. Now, before we get started, if you want to set up your own crypto wallet so that you can take part in the growing global crypto AI agent economy, plus access over $1,900 worth of courses entirely for free on crypto, then click the link in the description below. Cool. So last week we looked at how to buy and sell an AI agent, as I already said. Today we're taking a step further and making our own token, right? We learn how to buy and sell other people's tokens. This time we're going to make our own. Unsurprisingly, this is a little bit more complicated, and as I said at the top, this is a little bit more advanced. But as you'll go through, you'll see that it's useful for anyone, right? The first thing you should really do is you should start by buying some of the platform's native virtual token, and you could do that on this link here. You just go into Uniswap and search for the Virtuals token, virtual protocol here, and this is it, right? You can get hold of some virtual token. Cool. Now, with your virtual in hand, you can start by opening up the main app at app.virtuals.io and select Create New Agent on the right side. You'll then be asked whether you want to launch a new token or if the agent already has its own. For the sake of this tutorial, and with what I did with Professor Fox, there was no token, so we launched a whole new one, right? So if we go here into Virtuals, and like I said, you create new agent, then you click Launch New Token. Cool. That gives you these fields to fill out. You add a picture, a name, the ticker, which is the token name, a description of your agent, and you can select, if it's a productivity-based one, entertainment, on-chain, information, or creative. In the case of Professor Fox, I filled all this out, as you'll see. Let me just show you. I filled all this out here, and we called the token Pro Fox. And I had ChatGPT-4 help me create some text to describe the character, and we set it as informational, right? Now, I'm not going to do that here because, as you'll see next, it essentially asks you to pay, right? So it asks you to pay 100 virtual tokens to launch the AI agent. At the time that I did this, each token was worth $3.70, so it cost $370 to actually launch this agent, which is quite expensive. But after signing the transaction, it will take a bit, and then the agents will be done. The token will be created, and the agent will be created. In my case, it was created at this address here, and you can see it now over. Let me just find it. If we search in here, Professor Fox, you can find it here, right? This is what it looks like initially, right? It has the token price. We'll discuss that in a second. Be aware, though, that there'll be instant speculation on your token as the world finds out about it. In my specific case, as I launched, the price began to rise fast, and I got a bunch of posts on X with people, to check I'd made the agent because I did it from my own public wallet. But then I explained that it was just a test, the price plummeted, and I got a bunch of angry posts, just so that you're aware. Oh, and also you can now see that it's an agent you created on the platform. If you click here, you can see on the agents created that you've created it, right? Which is pretty cool. But now, as soon as we get here, the Virtuals platform with new agents works a lot like Pump.fun, which I mentioned earlier. And as I say, there's a post on it. If you can go and check it out. But essentially, at the start, the token is actually owned by the protocol and follows what's known as a bonding curve until it completes the bonding curve and migrates off the platform. You can still find it on the platform, but it's not held. The tokens aren't held by the platform anymore. The bonding curve that the Virtuals platform uses has a power law, so the early buyers will pick up a lot of the supply, and over time you need to spend more money to buy it. With the costs increasing, this is on their own site, where 1,100 virtuals will get you about 15.3% of the supply, 2,630, 4,040 get you to 40, so that's only a 10% extra, for double the number of tokens, and so on and so forth. It essentially keeps almost doubling until the last 7% costs double, costs a lot of virtual token. When mapped out, the curve looks a little bit like this. So as you see at the start, you buy a lot, and over time you buy less and less and less of the supply, and you have to spend more virtual tokens. To buy and sell the ProFox tokens specifically, as an example, or your newly created token, you go to this page and you can see the swap part here, right? You simply just select how many virtuals you want to spend, you select place trade, and then you sign it, and you'll get get given those tokens, and you would see a change here. Same thing goes with selling, right? I mean, let's just do that here. So if I say I want to buy 0.1, place a trade, it will ask me to sign. First I need to set the cap, and then I will be able to actually buy it. Cool. It's spent a whole one virtual there. But you can see, it's so minuscule that it doesn't actually appear on here. But we just had a purchase, and now I own less virtual, but I own more ProFox, right? Just as an aside, you can see it had this spike in price, and it tumbled down because, as I said, people started speculating, and that will probably happen if you launch your own. Now, the protocol locks up that virtual I used to buy the token, and once the bonding curve is complete, it will mint a totally new token with a liquidity pool created against that against that token in virtual. So you get this liquidity pool of ProFox and virtual, where 12.5% of the virtual is used against the supply, right? Below you can see, if we go back here, you can see that the top holder is in fact the protocol, which is holding approximately 86% of the tokens, right? Then there's someone with 6.9, someone 3, someone 1.4, and so on and so forth. And you can also see the bonding curve progress here, right? We're currently, in this video, as we're doing this video, at 15% progress of the bonding curve with the current market cap of 28,000 and holders 71,000. So there's about 41,000 virtual still needed to complete the bonding curve, which is probably around $150,000. So agent tokens like Profox will now appear in this prototype tab here. They're not in the sentient tab, they're in the prototype tab. So if we go back here, we can click on prototypes, and that's where we'll see, all the ones that are still to launch, that haven't bonded yet, they haven't finished their bonding curve, and you'll also see, new pairs here, right? Anything that's just come out will appear here. Okay. So we've launched our AI agent. There's a token now, which is awesome. So we can go and begin to configure the agent within the virtual ecosystem, right? So first of all, to do that, we go back to the page and we click Configure Agent here. Now, we'll just scroll down and we'll configure to Twitter, which is the goal in today's post and video. And I've already connected the agent to a Twitter account. I created a specific Twitter account for this, but you would create your own Twitter account and you would select Connect here, and then you would go down here to Configure in Sandbox. And this is where a lot of the magic happens. But we're not going to get into this in this video because this is quite complicated. We'll do the bare minimum in the sandbox. Maybe in a future post I'll cover how it works. But as I say, we now want to jump into actually getting stuff done on X itself, right? So the first thing you want to do is, with this account, I've created an account called Professor Fox. Let's just go to it. And you will want to go into your settings, and in the account information, fill it in, because I actually asked for my password. I'm not going to do that here, but you go to your account information, automation, managing your account, and eventually you'll get to automation. The instructions are here, so if you need to pause this, please do, so you can go through these instructions. And it'll ask you to essentially create an automation label here, which just lets X know that we're creating a bot, right? And you'll connect it with your main X account. So in this case, when we go back here, you can see that it's automated by my main account, right? Next, we go to the X developer settings, right? So here we go to developer.x.com. Now let's see if that's, there we go, Professor Fox. Let's go to the developer portal. Let's just open that up. Cool. Okay, so what you'll want to do here is select this gear icon here and scroll down, click edit here. And then you want to set app permission to read and write, and type of app to web app, automated app or bot, because that's what it is, it's a bot. And you'll want to set the website URL to your the prototype. Let's go back here. You'll want to set it to this page, right, for your agent. And you'll want to set the callback URI to this. Now, it's in my post, and you can find that in the post. This is a specific API address that is part of how Virtuals works. And if you come search it in my post, you'll find this, right? But you need to copy and paste this. And then, yeah, once you've done that, you want to go back into keys and tokens here, and you want to hit regenerate on both of these. I'm not going to do it because I've already done it, but it will generate an API key and secret here, two different fields. You want to copy them and make sure that no one has access to where you copy them, so put them somewhere safe, because if they can access them, they could hack into your bot and hack into your account in this sense. And you want to do the same here, right? Now, once we've got those things in place, we just go back into here and we go into this part where it says X API credentials, and don't select use game credentials, use my credentials. And then you can fill in those values that you've just taken from here, the API key and secret, the access token and secret, and you can fill them in here. API key and API secret, access token, secret. Cool. And finally, covering how this, Virtual's GAME game works is for another post. But for the sake of just getting this agent working, you'll next want to just write a goal in here. Anything, in our case, educate beginners about crypto. I'm going to definitely expand on this, but this is just to get things running for now. And in the prompt part, you'll want to select the word posts here and make sure that you've generated at least 5 different responses. I use 10, 20, 40, 60, 80 words for now. I'm probably going to change this in the future, but it needs to have some responses in here for it to actually generate any responses. And in the same reply, so it can go and reply to people's posts, X posts, right? They used to be called tweets, now they're posts. So the final thing you then want to do is hit deploy agent and just hit this deploy button here. And with that all done, you will have successfully created your AI agent with the power of Virtuals, who's now posting on X. A lot of information there, but it's super cool, right? If you do have any questions, you get stuck in any way, feel free to reach out to me. The best way you can find me, maybe on X or in the community. And you can also jump into the Virtuals Discord themselves, where you can ask for help, which I did as well in the process, just getting a few questions solved, right? So I highly recommend that. And yeah, there was a lot set up, but we've now got our own Professor Fox AI agent live and kicking, or should I say posting on X, right? So as you can see here, the account has posted a bunch of stuff, just posted 44 minutes ago. Decentralized digital ledger for secure transaction. I mean, that's not very helpful, right? I'm still going to work on making this agent even better, but some of the posts are actually great. If you're puzzled about something in the world of crypto, now's your chance to get clarity. I'm here to answer your questions and provide guidance. Go ahead, ask me anything, and I'll reply. Cryptocurrency is a digital virtual currency that uses cryptography for security and decentrally, meaning no government or central authority controls it, giving users more freedom and autonomy. Welcome to our crypto Q&A, etc., etc. Right? You can ask your questions and I'll reply, which I did previously. But like I say, it's currently still in the early stages. So yeah, just keep an eye out, watch out for the progress of this bot. Undoubtedly, or this AI agent, undoubtedly, we're going to make it even better over time. And now you know how to make your own, right? You know the steps to make your own and to launch your own token, which is pretty damn cool. The future looks pretty exciting, right? And to end, as I said earlier on, if you want to set up your first cryptocurrency wallet so that you can take part in the growing global crypto AI agent economy, plus access over $1,900 worth of courses entirely for free, then click the link in the description below and I'll see you there.